Did you know that women are 7 times more likely than men to develop thyroid diseases? Or 1 in 8 women will develop a thyroid disease. I mean, most of thyroid problems for 60% of people, they're not even aware of them. And we're going to cover a lengthy amount of symptoms that you may or may not be experiencing right now, even if you're somebody that's been self-diagnosed or diagnosed by a physician with some type of hypo or hyperthyroidism. I want to offer you 5 steps that you can take to control your thyroid health, okay? So we're going to do a deep dive into learning about the thyroid. What is it? How do you come imbalanced with thyroid? Accesses in the body that actually can hinder your thyroid's ability to function properly, like stress, and we're going to talk about that as well. We'll talk about nutrients that you can expect, and 5 simple tips to help you master your thyroid health. So let's dig in case you're new to this, I am an integrative medicine practitioner and naturopath. I'm trained in several different functional medicine labs. I'm also trained in several different disciplines, including brain health, functional medicine, and functional breathing, okay? And so I'm excited to offer you this deep dive, and please check out below for access to a free guide to help you master your thyroid health. So here we go. All right, your thyroid is considered the butterfly gland. So if you've never seen a picture, your thyroid sits right up here and it looks just like a butterfly, okay? And so it's located right by the Adam's apple, and it's an essential part of the endocrine system, which produces and regulates hormones. And we're going to do a deep dive into this, what this looks like. It also plays a role in metabolism, energy, and the functioning of various different organs. And one thing that often gets missed is thyroid and the production of active T3 thyroid hormone is synthesized through the liver. So if you don't have a strong, healthy liver, that could be impacting your thyroid as well. And we're going to cover some additional things. Let's talk about hypothyroidism, okay? Which is anytime we say hypo or hyper, hypo means underactive or not functioning properly, okay? And then hyper would mean overactive. All right, so let's dig into some of these things, okay? So hypothyroidism, here are some of the common symptoms and signs that you would experience, okay? Weight gain, right? Unexplained weight gain or difficulty losing weight, all right? Cold sensitivity, feeling unusually sensitive to cold temperatures, dry skin and hair. So you could have dry and coarse skin, right? Brittle nails, brittle hair even. Constipation, slower bowel movements and difficulty passing stools. Muscle weakness, weakness and aching in the muscles. Joint pain and stiffness. Depression, so feelings of sadness, depression, and low mood could also be signs of hypothyroidism. Memory issues, forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, and then menstrual irregularities, okay? Changes in your menstrual cycle, such as heavier or irregular periods, okay? And that's for women. Hyperthyroidism, rapid heartbeat, right? Increased heart rates. You could have heat sensitivity, like feeling really unusual warming or having intolerances to heat around your body. Excessive sweating or perspiration. Nervousness, anxiety, tremors, sleep disturbances. If you're waking up in the middle of the night a lot, or maybe even you're getting night sweats, it could be a sign of this as well. Changes in bowel movements, muscle weakness also present here for this as well. And then as well as the menstrual irregularities as well too. All right, accesses. Now this is the crazy part, and I'm going to actually show a couple of graphics here. They'll pop out as I talk through them. But you have a hypothalamus axis, and you have a what's called HPT axis, the HPA axis, and the HPO axis, okay? And I'm going to talk about all of those, but basically you have your thyroid axis, you have your ovary axis, and you have your adrenal gland axis, and they all come down from the hypothalamus, okay? And so from the hypothalamus, it would go down to the pituitary gland, and then from there, it's releasing the TSH, right, into the thyroid, or it's going to release the necessary hormones for your ovaries, or as well as your adrenal glands. And we're going to talk about that as well. But the most thing I want to call out here, and I'm hoping that the graphic right here, is that how impactful stress can actually play on stealing your ability for your hormone to function properly, okay? And so if you can see on this grid right here, actually, we have the HPH axis, which is the hypothalamus, going to the pituitary gland, which then goes to the adrenal cortex, okay, which then modulates your stress response. And what you'll notice here is under high stress, it will actually go over and it will inhibit the ability from free T4 to be converted to free T3 through the HPT axis, which goes from the hypothalamus to the pituitary gland to the thyroid gland, okay? And so after that process, and it goes to free T4, it's supposed to be converted to T3 in the body, leverage for energy, balancing, hormonal balancing, and everything like that. But stress will kind of sneak in if it's too heightened and actually steal the ability for you to convert that to T3. So that is very crucial here, and we've included additional resources in the guide to help you with stress management. But I just want to call out how important stress can play an important factor in your thyroid health, okay? As a sidebar, I want to call out that there are a couple other things to consider here, okay, which are halogens, okay, like fluoride or fluorine and bromine and things like that. They can be in your water or even in the water that you're showering with on a daily basis, and they can act as halogens that will replace iodine and selenium in your thyroid functioning. So if you have excessive exposure to chlorine, bromine, and things like that, or other different halogens, it could actually be mimicking iodine and selenium in the body and causing you problems, especially around your thyroid. So something to consider there about clean water or your exposure to different halogens, okay? All right, so let's cover the 5 steps for taking control of your thyroid health. So step 1, diagnosing self, okay? So if you are new to this and you're just finding out these signs and symptoms, let's say you went through the ones I covered, you're like, oh wow, that's me. What I want you to do is kind of self-diagnose yourself to see if you're starting to see symptoms of poor thyroid functioning, okay? If you have been diagnosed by a practitioner or a physician, this will just be a helpful guide. Take what they gave you, but then do the research yourself, right? You know your body. Take control of your own health, okay? So with that said, here are signs and symptoms, again, detailing out even further for hypothyroidism versus hyper, okay? So hypothyroidism, you're looking for trouble sleeping, tiredness and fatigue, difficulty concentrating, dry skin and hair, depression, sensitivity to cold, frequent and heavy periods, possible infertility, joint and muscle pain, high cholesterol, hoarseness of voice, inability to lose weight, and then low stamina, energy, and libido as well. Hyper, anxiety, irritableness, moodiness, nervousness, hyperactivity, sweating, sensitivity to high temperatures, hand trembling or shaking, hair loss, or missed or light menstrual periods as well, okay? Step 2. Consider testing, and I'm going to list a link below to at-home functional medicine lab tests that you can get done to check all of the thyroid level markers that we talked about earlier, and you can access those through a link. Order them, they come to your home in 3 to 5 days. You complete it on your own, and then you mail it in, and then you can work with a practitioner like myself to interpret the results and build a plan. Or if you have a trusted physician or primary care doctor, you can also request to get these labs done as well, okay? Step 3, understand current health state. So combine your signs and symptoms, your test results if you choose to get them, and then start to build a baseline for where you are at. And if you are at excellent health with your thyroid, great. If anything, take this guide and start to build even a better lifestyle around food, nutrition, and everything that you need to help balance or create a lifestyle of healthy thyroid. Again, stress management being key, right? So if you're feeling great now, make sure that you keep stress management top of the list in addition to the nutrients. If not, now we're building a baseline for helping you build a personalized wellness plan for taking back control of your thyroid, okay? Step 4, a lifestyle plan. Design your ideal lifestyle wellness plan that best suits you. We have something that we like to call at Rice Wellness Center, which is personalizing your wellness suit. I truly don't believe that there's a one-size-fits-all to wellness, so it truly takes an understanding of yourself, working with a practitioner, maybe considering labs, and building a personalized plan that matches you, your lifestyle, the foods that you like to eat, the foods that you eat that love you back, because hopefully you're not eating foods that are actually inflammatory for you as well. And so building that lifestyle plan, stress management, sleep, right? Exercise, emotional strength and mindset, all of those things. And we cover that in what we call the de-stress protocol that you can access in the guide as well. And then step 5, manage and sustain. So take that wellness plan and make sure that you are iterating, adapting, working with a practitioner or a coach to make sure not only are you staying on track, but you're adapting to any type of lifestyle change, whether it's a life stressor, maybe you lose a loved one, maybe it's a relationship stress, kids stress, work stress, whatever it might be that could impact your ability to have a healthy thyroid, and you're adapting and you're making changes for that. Okay, so that's the manage and sustain phase in step 5. The last thing that I'll talk about is your wellness suit. Make sure that you can really build a foundational level around what that looks like to you. So what we do when we help clients is there's a foundational level to healing, there's a foundational level to your wellness. And of course there's, testing and supplements and rebalancing that you can do. But on a foundational level, we help clients do this to help build their wellness suit, okay? They dial in their diet, their nutrition. They dial in their exercise and their walking, 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. They dial in their stress and their stress management. They dial in their toxin removal, because not only can we ingest toxins that we don't know about, but we live in environments that are just surrounded by 100,000 man-made chemicals. Recovery, make sure that you're balancing the yin and the yang, right? Your stress, your parasympathetic nervous system and your sympathetic nervous system, are they in balance? Okay, we love to just run all day and do as much as we can, but what are we doing to actually balance the body out and recover and rejuvenate? Emotions, getting your emotions strength. Do you have emotional trauma built up? Do you have blockage in different energy centers? We do things that we help people raise their vibrations, okay? So where does that emotional strength happen for you? Have you ever tapped into like your heart health? And the Heart Math Institute would be an excellent thing. So how do you get your emotions under control? Sleep, 7 to 9 hours of sleep. You're shooting for 2 hours of REM at least, and at least 1.5 hours of deep for body rejuvenation, REM for brain and mind rejuvenation, and you're hopefully getting most of your sleep cycles hit there. So 7 to 9 hours will give you the optimal range for that. And then supplements if absolutely needed to rebalance the body, okay, and get it back to where it needs to be. So I hope you've enjoyed this awesome 5 steps to control your thyroid health. It is very crucial to get that underway, especially if you want to maximize your metabolism and your energy levels, and you don't want it to get to a place of autoimmune issues where you experience things like Hashimoto's and Graves'. But I will tell you that absolutely there are several different areas and disciplines and practitioners that you can work with to reverse those different diseases in the body relating to your thyroid. So if you are in that place of autoimmune health, I encourage you to please reach out or find a practitioner you trust in your area, because there are ways to get you back to where you need to be, and I've seen it firsthand. So don't get discouraged on that. Additionally, please check out the links below. Awesome, quick recipes that you can leverage, a free guide, and more. And I'm excited to help you in various different levels. So expect more information to come out around how you can dig into various different facets of thyroid health. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.